I'm from Minyama, so pretty close to Point Cartwright. Lived there all my life, so 23 years, born and raised pretty much.
Badina resident for about 17 years. I've been on the coast since about 95.
I've been here 20 years. We live in Mooloolaba.
Came back here to live about 10, 12 years ago, and we now live on Pacific Boulevard.
We live in Badina, so pretty close to Point Cartwright and Balsa.
I'm actually down the street. I've just in the Badina area ever since I was very young.
I used to work as a commercial pilot, so I saw Point Cartwright also from the air and how it is beautiful, amazing. And now I live in Pacific Boulevard, Badina.
And it's just a magic area. I never have lived anywhere that's just so special. The connection between the river and then the ocean being so close and that beautiful green space, it's just a fabulous place to live.
Been lucky enough to go to Europe and plenty of Asia, and honestly the Sunny Coast is the best place in the world, particularly Point Cartwright. Best sunsets I've ever seen, best surf ever, just love it.
You just can feel what's happening with the sea. It's quite interesting, really. Yeah. It's just not just a big pounding all the time. Sometimes it's really loud. If it's high tide and a big surf, you certainly know it. It's quite loud. Other times it's lulling away during the winter when it's calm. Yeah, it's a beautiful feeling.
It's so nice to just be able to walk like 10 meters and be on the beach and be on the sand.
I meet up with friends there because it's really beautiful. It's quite calming and tranquil with the views and everything. And every Sunday, my family and I actually make a huge deal of going down together, having a sort of picnic and taking our dog and stuff. It's like a really nice bay for the dogs and everything. So it's just like a really nice environment, natural environment to get away from the urban area.
My best friend really is my dog, and the best thing for me is that I can take my baby with me every day. So every day starts for us at normally around 5 a.m. and we walk along the front, round the point and then back again. So it's just a beautiful way to wake up every day.
Being free to just walk there and have the beach one side and then the calmer water the other side, and the sunsets, and the dogs are free.
This place, it's only one that we can go and spend family time and dog time and be happy. So we use this area a lot.
The kids, when they're little, used to swim in the little beach behind the jetty at the boat ramp end and up at the top end. There's lovely little beaches at each end. It's so good place to bring up children. Obviously, the headland's just an amazing place.
It's a bonding place, a friendship group that's irreplaceable, to be honest, because there is no other community centre in Badina.
There's this lady that walks her cockatiel every day, and we see her walking up and down, and we walk our dogs and everything. I've also seen people walk their cats and guinea pigs and stuff, so it's like this is a fun thing where you can just bring your pets out, and it's kind of like a safe environment, I guess, for that as well.
Just sitting with someone on the dunes, looking up at the clouds and looking out into the sea, it's beautiful. Riding on a bike, just feeling the wind and the sea air coming in and looking through the foliage and the little patches and just seeing glimpses of ocean, or standing on the point and just looking out at the view. It's amazing.
As a kid, you grow up here, your parents take you to the rock pools, you see the blue-ringed octopuses, you see the little turtles, and you see the little crabs, and you see the sea slugs as a kid, and then maybe as an adult you paddle out a bit further and you start seeing dolphins, and you start seeing the whales a bit closer up. You see the eagles fly overhead as you're surfing. So every once in a while you get the yellow-tailed cockatiels come in their season.
We're very conscious of the environment when you're up there. You know what the waves are doing, the surf's doing. We're looking for shells on the beach. I think it's the people more than anything, but you're meeting people in a beautiful, neutral place. That's special when the whales are coming through. Walk to the top of the headland, look at the whales. If you're feeling like being alone, you don't want to walk with all the other people, you can walk to do your own thing, walk up to the top of the hill or not. It's a special place.
It's a beautiful place, a great place, and it's got, it's building everyone's histories every day. Having an area of natural beauty like that.
I'd like to see as little change as possible. I think the reason why everyone feels such a connection to it is because of the way it is, because it is so special. There's lots of people that enjoy that area. There's lots of people from different walks of life, from different ages, mindsets. Lots of different diverse groups get to that area and everyone connects really well.
We've never wanted to change. And if it has to change, that little area in the middle, I think, should be somehow managed so that dogs can't get in it.
More greenery, maybe needed more trees. It's a little bit empty, especially the place around the water tank, the slope, and there is a big empty area, which basically nothing, even grass not growing there, just few trees. And as a person that dedicated a lot of time for fitness, I believe it will be a great idea to put some fitness equipment in that area.
I'd like to see it sort of locked in as a nature reserve to avoid more incremental tourism development that everyone with good hearts wants to improve their area, but I'd sort of like to see it held as back to nature as it can be from this stage, so it's the same for our children's children. I'd also like to see more of the Indigenous heritage. We had a lovely lady, Bridget Chile, do the Welcome to Country. I'd like to see her stories maybe on signs, a bit more of her heritage and her people who've been here for a long time. I'd like to see more of that. So that people get educated when they go to the point. Do it subtly, but I think it could be really well done.
I'd love to see more of the history of Point Cartwright and the Balsa come into play, the original custodians of the land, getting to learn a little bit more about their history and how they lived here and how it was important for them. Because as a younger generation, I'm not sure if you feel this, but I feel like for us, we don't understand the history of it as much, personally. And I'd love to see that history continue on for all the generations and still be as important. Yes.
Working with council to stop bright lights casting light out to sea, hopefully working with council to stop ambient lighting becoming more and more bigger, sort of brighter in the sky at night. It's so important because the loggerheads are endangered. We've got a very important nesting area, and everything we do is based around, keeping the environment good.
It's a really nice environment, and I don't want them to urbanize it or make too many changes that's going to make it less natural, or just really improvements to help people really appreciate the environment and everything like that and what we have, because we're really lucky, and not take that away, because I think that's what everyone really appreciates about the La Balsa and Point Cartwright area.